Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I am going to do another will I buy it type of video. It has been a while since I've done one of these, but now with all of this new drugstore makeup coming out, I really want to kind of talk about a lot of it, tell you guys what I'm buying, what I'm not going to buy, and just kind of chat about some new makeup products. I don't love to do this with a lot of high-end stuff because, to be honest with you, I don't buy a lot of high-end makeup on a whim. Usually I will just kind of be very methodical and like think about that kind of stuff, but with drugstore makeup, I love it so much and I will just kind of buy it just because it's new. Also, I do want to talk about this sweatshirt. So it says, "I own enough makeup already, said no one ever." I got it as a Christmas gift from my mom and I love it so much. So that is the writing that you guys see on my sweatshirt. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and talk about some new products. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is two new palettes from Rimmel. So this is the Magnify Eyes line that they do. They have a lot of different palettes out. They have the Spice one, the Crimson, the Blush, the Nudes, the Smokies. Like, they have a ton of different ones out. And I actually really do enjoy this formula, particularly with the Spice palette. But they did just release two new ones that are available at Walmart exclusively. And it is the Thunderstorm edition and the Rainbow edition. I do have to say this. These are different, and I love that. I love that these aren't just your everyday neutral palettes, that they are putting out something different that we haven't seen a ton of before, and I can really appreciate that. The Rainbow palette were kind of, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that reminds me a lot of their Color Edition palette that they released, but I do feel like this one almost has more color in it than the color one that they released. That one was a lot of muted shades with one bright blue. And this one has some really like rich purples and a hot pink and a really bright green and a lime green and a bright blue and some muted purples. So I feel like you just get a little bit more colors. I probably won't pick up this particular palette just because those aren't shades that I will frequently wear, and I already kind of have those pops of colors in other palettes throughout my collection. But the one that I am really interested in that I will probably pick up is the Thunderstorm edition. I think this one is so cool. So it comes with, it looks like a matte shade and it looks like a really bright yellow, which I just think is different. We don't see that a lot high-end or drugstore. And then you get a lot of cool tones in here. You get some greens, you get some taupes, you get some browns, you get a navy, you get a deep plum. I just think that this palette is so different and cool and kind of edgy that I am just really into it. And like I said before, I really enjoy this formula. So I'm probably going to skip out on the Rainbow one, but buy the Thunderstorm one. Next, let's talk about some new stuff from Physicians Formula. So they recently put out the Butter eyeshadows. I haven't seen these in store yet, but I do know that they are available on their website. And I was actually really excited about these because I love the Butter bronzer and I'm just like, yes, like I love this idea. But then I started watching reviews on it, and particularly the one from Beauddiction. I will link it down below for you guys because it was really helpful. She does swatches and she really talks in great lengths about the formula, and she shows you how she applied them and everything like that. It's a really, really great, thorough review. And when I watched that and I saw how these performed, I was like, oh, I don't want to buy that. So unfortunately, I probably won't be picking these up, not just because a YouTuber that I love and I watch said no, like that these are just not good products, but because I actually got to see them in that video being swatched, being used on the eyes, and they just weren't anything great for me. And I know that Physicians Formula can kind of be a little bit more pricey than, you know, let's say Rimmel or WetnWild, so I probably will just be skipping out on these and just not even reviewing them. Also because I'm kind of late to the party on them because I haven't ordered them off their website, so I'll just skip out on those. Another thing that Physicians Formula is releasing are their Butter lipsticks. And I am actually very, very excited about these. I have heard good reviews on them. I love a good kind of tinted balm. I just think it's really easy for everyday wear. And so I will definitely be purchasing these. It looks like they have a lot of shades out. And again, they are available on their website, but I haven't seen them in any stores near me yet. So once I do, I will definitely be picking up a few shades because they look really beautiful and shiny and like balm-like, but they still have some color in there. Okay, moving on to some new things from NYX. So they are releasing a Bit Jelly highlighters. So these are that jelly highlighter that's kind of becoming more and more popular. I think like the jelly eyeshadows are really popular for a while. I know ColourPop put some out, LA Colors did. And then I have tried a jelly highlighter from Makeup Revolution that I actually really like. But the ones that I saw online from NYX only had 3 shades. It was like a white kind of icy one that almost looked like it had some purplish tones in there, a gold one, and a bronzy type one. I probably won't be buying these because yes, I love highlight and I wear it. I don't wear it every single day, and I also don't wear a cream highlight every single day. So I think just one that I already have from Makeup Revolution in my collection is enough. But it is kind of a fun, cool consistency, and I'm happy that we're seeing more brands release stuff like this. They are also releasing their Born to Glow illuminating powders. So these are loose highlighting powders. I will be completely skipping out on these because I just hate loose highlighting powders. Loose powders can already get kind of messy anyway, but then when you add like some shimmer in there, I just feel like that sticks to everything. Oops. I just feel like that sticks to everything. It gets everywhere. It makes everything around it shiny and sparkly, and I just don't love that. And so I really don't like to use loose highlighting powders because I just think they're too messy. So I will be skipping out on those. They're also releasing a This Is Everything lip scrub. I'm kind of over lip scrubs, to be honest with you. I think a lot of brands are putting them out now, and yeah, they're great, but I like my $3 one from e.l.f. The Milani one is okay. I just don't feel like it's necessary for me to have this. And I just feel like I'm over it. Like, a lot of brands are putting out lip scrubs and I'm just over it. Another thing that NYX is releasing is Glitter Goals liquid lipsticks. I am so not into glitter liquid lipsticks. I think they look, not always, but I think especially on me, they just look silly and they look weird and they just kind of accentuate all the bad stuff on your lips that you don't want to accentuate. So I will just be passing on these because I just am not a fan of glitter lips. Oh, one thing from Physicians Formula that I forgot to mention. I saw another post where they are releasing a couple more shades of their butter blushes and one more shade, maybe more shades, I don't know, but just one is in the picture of the butter bronzer. They are releasing a sculpting bronzer, which it looks deeper and more cool toned, and then they are releasing Copacabana and Beachy Peach, can't say that, in the butter blushes, and those both look like shimmery blushes. They look really beautiful. Copacabana might show up a little bit better than as like an actual blush shade than Beachy Peach looks like, but I don't know. And then another thing that they're releasing is a mascara. It looks like a dual-ended mascara. I probably won't buy that. I'm not really into it. And then something I'm really excited that I'm definitely going to be purchasing is the Healthy Foundation Powder. So I love the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I think it is a great formula. It's light. It's like light to medium coverage. It feels really lightweight on the skin. I mentioned it in my favorites this year. And so I am really pumped for the powder and to see how this works because I love that foundation. And I also love the healthy liquid lipsticks a lot too. So definitely excited about that stuff. Okay, so Wet n Wild is also releasing a ton of new stuff right now, and I actually have a lot of it on my face that I've already purchased from their website that I am testing out for you guys for a video. But I did want to talk about the things that I either haven't gotten yet or that I just won't be buying, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So they did release 4 new eyeshadow palettes. There's like a purpley one, a greenish blue one, a warm palette with a pop of blue that's super popular, and then it almost kind of looks like a modern renaissance-y kind of, or no, a soft glam kind of dupe, like a rosy, warm kind of palette. So the reason I'm not going to purchase these is because I actually saw EmilyNoel do a video on these that I will link down below, as well as Beauddiction. I think she did one too that I will also link for you guys. And I just saw how they performed and it was just totally overwhelming or underwhelming for me. And I don't love Wet n Wild's formula anymore. I used to back in the day, but then they reformulated about a year ago, their eyeshadows, and I just haven't been a huge fan, especially of the shimmers. The mattes are okay, but the shimmers just always really have underwhelmed me with this new formula. So I didn't really feel like spending my money on them. And then when I saw those reviews, I was like, okay, I'm totally not going to buy them. So If you guys are interested in those, like I said, I'll link those videos if you want to check them out, but I will not be reviewing these with all the other new stuff from Wet n Wild. So they are also releasing some new mascaras, and I was tempted to buy some of these off the website, but I decided against it because Wet n Wild, for some reason, mascaras for me, it's never been successful as far as Wet n Wild goes. They've always been really underwhelming, not done a lot for my lashes, so I decided to go ahead and just skip out on them. If you have tried one of these mascaras and it's really good and volumizing, let me know, but for right now, I'm just going to pass on it. They were also releasing these full circuit, like, I guess they're face palettes or like concealer palettes maybe. I don't really know. It just says mini palette, but it kind of maybe looks like it could be concealer or lips, or I don't really know. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of stuff. It looks a little cheap to me with the stars and things like that. And also I find a lot of the time things in that kind of pan can feel really thin and greasy. And that's just not a formula that I particularly love. They are also releasing these Keep Going, it looks like lip colors maybe. I am really interested in these. I really liked, like a long time ago, they put out their like matte lip color sticks. I actually really liked those. I didn't think they were bad at all, so I wonder if these are kind of replacing those or what the deal is with that, but I'm interested for sure. And then they've released like a matte stick, a hydrating stick. I do have the matte stick here that I have bought and I'm reviewing for you guys, or trying out to review for you guys. And then also the stick foundation I did purchase as well. But they have this thing called the Makeup Locker, and apparently it's marketed as like foundation, concealer, and powder. So I am really interested in finding that and testing it out because I want to see what that product does, because that looks really fun. And then they're also putting out a makeup remover stick. Not really into that. And then they also have the Photo Focus Water Drop Primers in Cucumber, Coconut, and Rose. So I did purchase the Rose spray that they put out. It says that these primers blur, smooth, and brighten transformative texture from cream to liquid for a soft focus finish. I don't know. I don't really think I need these. Like, I have a lot of primers I really love. Maybe I'll purchase one in the future, but it's something that I'm like, oh, okay, if people talk about them and they're amazing, sure, I'll go out and buy it. But I'm also not super tempted to go out and buy it. I don't know, you know, like just to test it for myself, I don't really feel like a tug towards that. And then the Hydrating Balm Stick I already did talk about as well. So, and then one more thing from NYX that I forgot to mention. I really wanted to do this video, like divided up by brands, and it has not ended up that way. They're releasing their Can't Stop, Won't Stop Loose Setting Powder. So I have tried the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Foundation and Primer. I really liked the primer. The foundation was like just okay for me. It was just average. I did do a first impressions on that, so I'll link that for you guys. I have not tried the concealer yet though. I want to. So if you have tried the concealer and you like it, let me know. I'm interested in that, and then I am interested in this powder. So I don't know. I'm excited to kind of play and see. It looks like it has a really nice sifter to it. And I'm always into trying to find a like good under eye powder because I love my Maybelline Fit Me, but that is like the one that I use holy grail status. Love it so much. So I don't know, I kind of want to mix it up a little bit and see if I can find another one that's as good as that. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was fun. If you have any thoughts on any of these products, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!